Hi, everybody, and welcome to the Postgame Show. Sorry I'm a little late, but I wasn't watching the end of the Browns game. I was watching Cincinnati manage to blow a huge lead and lose to the Jets. I just wanted to see Joe Flacco go down like the cheap whore that he is. Welcome to the program. Boy, wasn't that a great watch? And I know that Myles Garrett is just thrilled about the outcome of the game. I can tell you that. And hi, Tony. How you doing?
Where have you heard this headline before? Myles Garrett has great big game as Browns get blown out.
Well, have you heard Myles Garrett has 5-sack or 4-sack or 3-sack game in a meaningless game where they weren't close from the very beginning of the game, really? How many times have you heard that too? So what can I tell you? Yeah, Wable, I'm with you. I could care less anymore because you keep trotting Dylan Gabriel out. This is what you're going to get. You have got no offense, and you never will have an offense. And as long as Kevin Stefanski's here, you're never going to have an offense. As long as Jimmy Haslam's in Cleveland, you're never going to have a winner. I mean, and I called it 100%. I called 2 turnovers by Dylan Gabriel. The guy was 0 for in his first 3 games, no turnovers at all. And I predicted 2. And you can count the safety as 3. He's not better than Shador. Hell no. Hell no. Shador was considered a top 2-3 quarterback in the draft. A certain first rounder. Nobody talked about Dylan Gabriel in anything but the 4th and 5th round. The only team that had him higher on the board was, of course, Jimmy Haslam's Browns. He is not even a qualified backup quarterback. I talked about this at halftime, and it's just an absolute shame that they would waste a draft pick on a guy who just doesn't have the physical prerequisites to do the job. You know, it would be like saying, I've got this great heavyweight fighter, he's really elusive. He's really smart. And he really knows how to defend himself. And oh yeah, he's 5'6" and 178 pounds. How would you like to invest in my heavyweight? And nobody, this is ridiculous. He's a pipsqueak. He is a mouse among men.
Hey guys, did I do okay today?
Yeah.
Oh my God, those guys were big and fast out there.
Yeah. Dylan, is there anything that you regret?
Now I'm a teacher's pet. The coach loves me.
Yeah, that's exactly right, you little gnome. God.
Hey,
Tyrion Lannister, you're a fucking midget. Go away from me.
Give me a minute here. I'm having earbud issues, so I'm going to try to check out and check back in.
Is there surgery for that?
I wish, but I don't know what's going on here. I'll be back.
All right. Oh, my God. Radu, it's superfluous, SAT word, to have wide receivers if the quarterback can't throw it that far. Come on. He's a high school quarterback. He's horrible. And playing at the professional level only brings it out more. I'm so done with this team, I can't begin to tell you. I'm so done with Kevin Stefanski, I can't begin to tell you. Myles Garrett is so done with this team that he can't begin to tell you. Unreal. I don't even know. I'm at the point right now where how can the head coach look at this guy seriously and think he's a starting quarterback? I have no idea. And Tony has jumped back in. Hi, Tony the calf.
Hi. My stream Google Chrome keeps crashing. StreamYard is really weird.
Well, I mean, you might need an update. It may be trying to update itself too.
I jumped into Safari for now, so we'll see how this goes.
Yeah, I hope that works for you. And David Zalewski, welcome back. Yeah, that's exactly right, Wavell. It's like, go downfield, go down.
Get over here. Get over here. Get closer.
I don't even know what to tell you.
I mean, this just isn't fair to good guys like Fannin, who's going to be a fucking great tight end, and it's just not fair to a guy like that.
Well,
he's got
he'll get his in the end. He'll get what because Dylan Gabriel's not going to be around forever, and Stefanski's going to be gone, and maybe there will be somebody else who can actually get the ball to him, who can see the field. And if you didn't see the hi Moose, how you doing? If you didn't see the halftime show, the whole thing was just me saying this guy doesn't belong in the league. And that was when the game was close, and I projected 2 turnovers, and sure enough, he did exactly what I said he would do. He is a piece of shit, and it's just like watching all of the failed draft picks. Think of all the second, and Jim Hammer's in with us. Jim, not the starting quarterbacks who have failed, but the backups, the guys that we would end up choosing with 3rd-round picks. I mean, think of all and not the starters, the guys who would come in afterwards, and the massive failures they've been. You can add Dylan Gabriel to that list.
At least he threw a ball down the field.
He threw it straight up in the air.
It went to the other team.
He threw it straight up in the air. Did you see
it? It looked like the kind of ball that Myles Garrett can throw.
Yeah, exactly. And you know what the other thing was? It looked like one of those 1920s pitchers winding up.
The ones where they're looking backwards and they throw the ball from up here. Yeah.
Yeah, and they do the stupid wind. I mean,
the big giant kick and the big.
Yeah. The little midget had to literally hurl every ounce of himself.
Well, he got a running start too. I'm sure that gave him an extra couple of feet. So. Yeah, that's.
But the worst part of that play was that Bond was completely open and Dylan didn't see him
for a while.
He's blind. He's blind. He has a weak arm, and he's not accurate. He sails balls.
Well, everything we said about Baker and the fact he couldn't see over the line, Gabriel is shorter.
Yeah,
there's just no getting around it. The advantage he has is because he's left-handed. He rolls out to the left. And for the first couple plays of the game, teams aren't used to that, no matter whether they practice for it or not. It's just a natural reaction to not be used to a guy generally having more power rolling to his left than to his right. But, I mean, come on. That after the first series of the scripted plays, it was like, really the worst part about the whole game is how many people got hurt. Fannin got hurt. Schlesinger got hurt. Just too many hurt people. That looks like Steven.
Yes, that is. Been a while.
Yeah.
What happened? You're up 9. It's 9-7 at halftime. Figure, okay, are the Browns going to squeak by and accidentally win this game?
No.
Like they did against the Packers? And then I went back to sleep, woke up, and I saw the score 37. Like,
It was like a cavalanche. It was swift and it was over quickly. And I don't know. And you know what the funniest part of it was? I'm sitting there laughing, watching it, because I'm saying to myself, the beauty of it is that Stefanski can't put Zappe in the game. He can't, he can't, because if he put Zappe in the game, then it would be like, he didn't take any reps with the team. He doesn't know anything, and he has not as many reps as Shador. You are a racist, by God. You really are. So his hands were tied, and so he had to stay with the little midget, and he had to stay with this, and the guy just blows. He isn't cut out I'm thinking of what he's cut out for. He could go out trick-or-treating. That would be something he could do.
Bing bong.
Mr. Moohead, you ever seen the movie Carrie?
Yes.
Remember the part where in her head they're like, they're all gonna laugh at you, and everybody's laughing at her?
Yeah.
That's the Browns right now.
Yeah, I know. Well, the Bengals aren't far behind. A winless team comes back at the last minute and beats the Bengals.
Ouch.
And you know what I did? I looked at Joe Flacco through the screen and I concentrated so that he would hear me, so that he would hear a cow. And then I looked at the screen and said, "Great to be in Cincinnati, isn't it, Joe?" And he turned to the camera and went. So he was aware that I was speaking to him.
Ouch.
My Cincinnati friends were not screaming "Thank you, Cleveland" today for some reason. I don't know.
Well, I mean, it wasn't that Flacco did anything wrong. They gave up 39 points.
Yeah, they can't. They can't stop anybody.
Oh, wait a minute. What is Talevsky? Is putting
K Cabbage? What
said he'll stick with Dylan Gabriel after the bye.
Yeah,
Say fire him. Just fire him now.
No, they're going to.
I'm telling you, if he does that, there will be no more shows this season.
We know that that's going to happen. We knew that.
I'm not going to watch
He's
that.
not going to change his tune. He has done this for this whole time he's been here. He is going to ride this horse until he's dead. He's going to play Dylan Gabriel until either he's injured or we have a situation where there's nothing to gain anymore.
Well, who else does he have to play?
You know.
He's got a bye week. You could give 2 weeks. I mean, Shadur's back will be good in a couple of days. You give him all the reps and you let him play. And by him going in and saying this, there's one of 2 things. Either Shadur is in a gambling scam of the NFL, the Browns know it. No, I'm serious. And that they won't play him because there's no reason to, because it's going to catch up to him. That would be one reason. He was found fondling a little child, and the Browns know it, and Jimmy was probably with him. But and they went ahead, and they know this, and so there's no reason to play him. There could be no other reason than that. I mean, come on. And you're going to stick with him?
No.
And now Stefanski is challenging the owner?
No.
They must know something about Shadur. There is something hideous about Shadur if this goes down.
I'm sure it has something to do with
Shadur's in the right place then.
Hey, this is a little off topic for just 1 second, but did you see the touchdown that Alabama beat South Carolina on? At the end of the play, there's a player for South Carolina who basically quits on the play, who has a chance to knock the runner out of bounds, and basically does one of these.
Yeah. And
what the hell was that about? If there's not something fixed in football, that would make me question it.
now, wait a minute. He went like this and just let the guy go by. And the reason was there were no timeouts. In other words, they had no timeouts to stop the clock. The only way they could get the ball back was to let him score.
Okay.
That's why.
So, because if they had shoved him out of bounds, they could have still kicked the field goal and won the game.
Yeah.
That's right.
Thank you. Okay.
But they had no time.
I only saw it on highlights, and I'm sitting there. Why in the hell aren't you shoving this guy out of bounds, even if it's at the 3?
You'd be better off asking the question why you would then come out after the kickoff and why you would throw an 8-yard pass over the middle. But be that as it may.
Or on 4th and whatever the heck it was, 13 or whatever the heck, you throw a 6-yard hitch.
And somebody wants to know, how tall am I? Well, I can tell you, I'm 5'10" and a half. Probably 5'10". I used to be 5'11", but as I get older, I kind of You know,
One of us in the room here is 6'3", so we can call him a midget. Okay.
no, but my penis is huge. Okay.
Oh,
So that,
shit.
that makes up for everything.
Oh.
This is not for children. I've marked it. Okay.
Is this like Fletch or whatever? He's 6'6", 6'9" with the afro or whatever.
I think Frizzle protests too much. Are you a short guy? Are you a real short guy? Short people got no reason. Short people got no reason to live.
We also don't play quarterback in the NFL.
It's a bad choice of careers. Yeah, Bronk knows the drill. Yeah, spinal compression. It's thank God I don't have vertebrae in my dick because that it's a wow. All right, nonsense.
Boy,
This is
J.K.
easy.
Dobbins is averaging 74 yards per game this season for the Broncos. Yeah,
Yep.
I'm sure. Wow.
You know, I am here. I'm just waiting for the Cavs pregame show to start.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Game number 3 of 82,000.
What time is the Cavs? Is it 7 or 7:30?
it's 10 o'clock my time. So
It's a
that's
slug
like
one.
that's
six?
6.
It's a
That's
6
6
o'clock
o'clock.
start. Yeah.
Yeah.
It is 6 o'clock.
6
Yeah.
o'clock. It's an early game, so I think we should talk Cavs. But it's not my show, is it? So,
Yep.
Not
Fine.
yet. I might abdicate it. You never know what might
It's not
happen.
my. Yeah, even Big Lurker's not even here. I mean, I didn't see. I only saw bits and pieces of the game, but I happened to see all the big plays as they happened because I was eating dinner and I was like handling a grocery delivery and all that stuff. I missed about an hour of the game.
You know, I look. I don't care how.
And you
tall
feel
the-
better than all the rest of us.
I do. Yes, I had a lovely bit of fillet steak with potatoes and butter and coleslaw, and it was absolutely gorgeous. And I didn't even have to make any of it. So
Yeah, I don't. I really don't care how tall Dylan Gabriel is. The fact of the matter is,
he's from the Lollipop Guild. We are the Lollipop Men. The Lollipop Men. He's one of my people. God damn it! Leave him alone.
he's not good at what he does to the level that he should be playing. He could be a Canadian Football League guy, eh?
He could be flag football guy. Would be ideal. The
you know,
flag
the
football would be good for him.
Continental Football League is going to come on this spring,
Yeah,
I believe,
well,
or next
he
spring.
can come,
something,
he
I
can
don't
come
know,
over
something.
here,
And they're
play
going
with-
to
Yeah.
have what they call the fourth quarter. They're going to actually play it like it's the CFL, and they're going to put a defensive line a yard off the line of scrimmage. And they're going to allow multiple people in motion and
Wow.
that sort of stuff. Yeah, and they're going to have rouges and everything. But
You know
only
what-
in the fourth quarter.
You know, Jay Morgan, it was close in the first half. You know, when I was in college, I was this close to Farrah Fawcett. Okay, seriously,
Wow.
walked by her this
She's hot.
close,
Or what?
but like horseshoes and hand grenades, man. I mean,
I
what
had-
does that matter?
I had Byron Allen sit on my lap once. Does that count for anything?
Did
I
anything
stood next
happen?
to Granville waiters at a crosswalk once.
Was that a true story about Farrah Fawcett?
Who is talking?
That sounded like Dylan Gabriel. Oh no, it's me! It's me!
Was that David kind of coming from the background or Tony?
Yeah, I was
No.
asking, was that
Oh wait, David's microphone is
His
like.
microphone has gone midget size.
Yeah.
Talk now, David.
okay? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right. I was asking, was that a true story about Farrah Fawcett?
No, that was the name that came into my mind. But no, I have been really close to, in the radio business, there are a lot of,
Celebrities, yeah.
I'll give you one, Lita Ford.
Yeah.
I shook Lita Ford's hand. That doesn't count for anything.
Was it the
No.
one that you normally? Never mind.
Never mind.
She went to a party last Saturday night, didn't get laid, but she got in a fight. It ain't
And
no
that was
big
all
thing.
right?
Lita Ford. Yeah, that was Lita.
Wow.
No, if you close your eyes forever with Ozzy Osbourne.
Ah, okay.
There were two. There were two. Yeah, and and this again is a legitimate point. He's too short and doesn't have the arm talent. I think everybody wants him to succeed. We're Browns fans, but with his limitations of being paired up with Kevin, there's no opportunity. And that's right. There's nobody with that would be playing for Kevin Stefanski in this offense that would have a chance.
No.
No.
Would there even be a chance to put? I mean, would there even be a reason to put Shador out in 2 weeks?
Yeah, I mean, there's every reason in the world. There's every
See what
reason
you-
to play
see
him
what you-
unless there is something that they're hiding. I mean, this is like Deshaun Watson stuff. You get gun shy if you're the Cleveland Browns fans because it's like, what heinous crime did Shador commit because he's not getting an opportunity to play? And and I don't want to go down the racist trail. All right.
Yeah.
Because, I already know Jimmy Haslam's history in the trucking business, and it ain't good, but I'm not going to go down that road. I just want to know if there's something, then why is the reason that you're not trading him because nobody wants him, because there's some thing that dropped him in the draft and that there's something that's never going to go away? I have no idea. I just don't, for the life of me, understand it.
Yeah, if he shows up on a Law and Order Special Victims Unit episode, then we'll know something's up, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, apparently Miles got mad because they pulled him out of the game.
Who?
Miles Garrett. He got mad because they pulled him out of the game.
Yeah, he's looking for his sixth sack. That's some kind of a thing to put up on his mantle. I don't care about that.
Like something to flex over.
Yeah. I don't understand at all.
He's stat baiting for his next team.
Well, you can't trade him now if you wanted to.
Why is that?
The contract?
Oh, never mind.
Yeah.
Jimmy's got him stuck.
Tony, you're in and out of the studio. What's going on?
And now this works. I finally said fuck the tablet. I went to my phone. The Apple StreamYard app is working flawlessly.
Ah, there you have it. All right, so that's good. A tablet, how old is it? Like 1994?
No, it's a iPad, like not the newest, but the second newest generation. So,
I mean, funny comment. Yeah. If you have 20 fans left, watch 17 more of them leave.
Somebody compared Gabriel to a Hawaiian Cody Kessler, and I almost lost my.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yes, he is Cody Kessler.
That it would be an absolutely whoever said that, kudos. I was trying to think of a name of a former backup quarterback who you just held your hand to your head. It's like, this guy has no arm. Cody Kessler. That would be the guy. And it's not that they go on to other teams and they have prolonged, protracted careers. These guys, I mean, somebody is feeding back here, and I'm not sure who's feeding back.
It's David.
And I have a feeling too, and I'm going to mute him to find out. Yep, it's David. Yep. Sorry, guy, but can't have that. Not that there are too many, professional kinds of considerations for a program like this, but you got to be able to hear what somebody's saying. I don't mean to be picky.
We're high standards of broadcasting here, my God.
Yeah, the high standards, right. What was your analysis? He's a fucking midget.
I believe Stephen A. Smith said that last week too. So
but just look at the difference between Drake May and when you saw him rip the ball down the middle to Old Man River down the field, the tight end, Austin Hooper. And that ball got there with no problem, and it was such an easy motion. And you saw Gabriel winding up as hard as he could to throw it 50 yards straight up into the air. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. I mean, and if it is what Stefanski stands for, just fire him. Just get rid of him. He's a cancer, and you got to get rid of him. And he's the reason for the failure of the team 100%, because you're never going to get the blame on Haslam. That's never going to happen.
Oh, no, of course not.
James Franklin's available. I hear.
James Franklin.
Yeah, from Penn State, the guy that
like we need.
That was actually, there's the NFL hasn't fired a bunch of head coaches during the season in a while. Usually it's like later in the year.
Yeah.
But college football has gone nuts with it. There's been 10 head coaches fired in college football.
Damn.
Because it's all about the dues. It's about getting the money and keeping things going.
That's what it is.
It's like, are the donors going to keep giving money to be able to keep these programs? What incentive does Jimmy Haslam have to fire Kevin Stefanski mid-season?
None.
Yeah.
And it wouldn't make sense to call something that's going to be done on Black Monday, the day after the season.
You're still going to have to pay him. You're still going to have to, they're not going to get any better. Right now, it's like tank for, I don't know who, Francisco Medea or whatever his name is from Indiana, or the kid from Vanderbilt. I don't know. I mean, I don't know, because it sure as hell ain't Drew Aller. So
there's no great quarterbacks.
No, and there is no savior. There's what is that? The Van Morrison album. No guru, no teacher, and I forget what the third one is.
Wow.
But there is. Yeah, there is no one thing you do to fix this situation. It's all messed up. And the thing that bothers me is that, I see that Rudy's joining in here. No receivers. How do you develop a quarterback? But more than that, old men blocking up front that can't do it anymore and getting injured left and right. Players who are getting injured, and you get the feeling it's because those little bumps and bruises are 5 times worse because they don't want to go back in there. And the defensive players are getting the injuries stacking up because there's too much time on the field, because there is, I mean, how can you explain in that short little period of time the play that he threw to Larvidan where he was going to throw the football?
That's the Peter Alice play of the game, by the way. I mean, that was P.T. Barnum fucking came up with that call. I mean, that was fucking throw it back to Larvidan, who's going to throw the ball, and he runs for 2 yards.
Andrew Siciliano said, well, we found out one thing about the team, that Larvidan is left-handed. I'm like, okay, because that's what he did. He threw the ball.
Did I miss something? How is Flacco reviving the Bengals season?
They lost to the Jets.
They lost to the worst team in the NFL.
They were up by.
Be safe. What the fuck?
They were up by 14 with 7 minutes left, and they lost the game. I mean, how is that reviving?
Not like you
Thanks,
said,
Bronk.
not that it was Flacco's fault, but
yeah, it's this is what we're being told, that he's going to stick with Dylan, and I think
ain't me, babe. You need a Bob Dylan voice.
I'm going to stick with Dylan. I'm going to stick with Dylan.
Oh dear.
Well,
how about those calves?
They haven't found anybody on that team that's currently on the team that was gambling on this. Oh, hey, hi,
Mr. Be Safe. You know what you just did? You prematurely ejaculated, and this is not unusual in fast take radio. But yeah, ye of little faith, Joe Flacco will still lose. Ooh, look at that doggy. That's a dog head. Look at that.
This is
Put him
Rory.
up to the camera. Put him up.
Oh,
This is Rory. Oops, he's a long dog. He's a dachshund. Hi, Rory.
Dachshund. He's a furry dachshund.
Boy, Vrabel fucking took a shot at Stefanski in their first game pressure presser too.
Damn.
What did he say?
He said, when their gimmick plays run out, we play pretty good defense.
Oh!
Yeah.
Are you serious?
I'm dead serious. I'm looking
Shots fired.
the comment
And he
by
was on staff last year.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
was.
By
Holy
Patriot
shit.
Patriots reporter for the Boston Herald, Andrew Callahan, right from the press conference.
Shots fired. Ouch.
Uh-huh.
Just rub it
When
in.
their
Miles.
gimmick plays run out, we played pretty good defense.
Wow.
Oof.
Holy shit. I mean, what does that tell you? I mean, it's a laughing stock. Kevin Stefanski is a laughing stock now. Anyone can trample over him, except the Dolphins. But look what the Dolphins turned around and did to the Falcons.
Well, I think he already knows he's going to get fired. He's just like, screw it, you know? Like what else is there left for him to do at this point?
Well, it isn't a matter of firing him now. He has to lose his job and one of his either arms or legs because he hung on too long, you know, and this is mafia justice, you know? It's like, you choose, Kevin. Is it going to be a leg? I mean, if it was a leg, you know, you could still call plays, you know, on the sideline. You know, you couldn't walk. But if you lose the hands, you can't put on your headset. You know, it's your choice, Kev.
Well, if Jimmy Haslam worked for the mafia, he sure as hell doing a horrible job at it.
Is that like your cousin, Mr. Moo, the three-legged pig? Pig that great you can't eat them all at once, kind of thing.
God,
you know things are pretty bad when the press is not reporting any comments other than the Gabriel starting from the
Big Lurker UK is nowhere to be found in the chat.
Well, I can explain it. He probably is still an hour behind, you know, because we put our clocks back here. So it's earlier here. It's not even 9 o'clock in the evening. So we got another hour yet to the Cavs game.
Just think, how the hell did the Browns ended up getting 2 wins at this point? It still baffles me.
Well, I mean, it'll tell you how hard it is to do what Hugh Jackson did.
Yes, Hugh Jackson was the king of tanking. So he says, anyway.
Carson Schwarzenegger's in a walking boot, and
oh god,
Judkins refused to talk to the press, and
Judkins was hurt.
There's video of Myles Garrett from the sideline slamming his helmet, going, "What the fuck are we doing here?"
Walking boot. Now, have you tell me heard the word?
And Mr. Moohead.
I mean, that's just what happens when you get blown out.
Walking boot. What?
2 records were broken today.
That's what
Texans' first win against the Niners since Week 7 of 2009, and the Eagles have beaten the Giants 13 straight at home, and that's the biggest streak for any opponent to beat any opponent for that.
Wow, even more than the Steelers at Three Rivers.
Oh yeah. Well, I kind of feel bad for the Giants today. Fucking poor Cam Scattaboo. Fucking his ankle fucking exploded. That poor kid.
Yeah, you know, maybe Stefanski's losing on purpose so that way he could stick it to Jimmy Haslam.
Yeah.
Bo Nix can throw deep. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Well, I'm lying in bed just like Brian Daboll did.
How bad is fucking Miami that they blew out the Falcons 34-3?
Yeah, after they got blown out by the Browns a week before that.
Yeah.
You know, it's all about matchups, people. I mean, at the beginning of that game, it sure looked like the Browns had New England's number as on defense, but you know, when you're out there and you're continuously out there the entire time, and he's going to go all the way. So,
did you see?
Holy cow, that's a 40-something.
Did you see on Friday? Fucking what's that asshole that hosts the morning show on ESPN Cleveland? What's his name?
Rizzo?
Yeah, he had some
Rizzo.
sort of fucking church group in there casting some spell to break the Browns' curse.
That would only make things worse.
Isn't that like when the black cat ran on the Cubs field in that wild card round and they blamed it on the cat for losing?
Yeah.
Well, Chicago blames all kinds of people, like kids catching balls in the stands, and there's all kinds of explanations for things in Chicago, I guess.
We got to blame the BCOD. That's the main thing.
And Mr. Prizzle says he's obviously ready to move on and collect the check. I'm sure Jimmy's ready to see what they have in Shador. You know, I would think that that's the case, and that, you know, he's basically throwing himself to the wolves.
Yeah, I
And
think he's just
hope there's many.
I think he's just auditioning himself for another, like, maybe not a head coaching job, but maybe like offensive coordinator or something somewhere else.
You know what we could do? If a team needs a head coach, you trade them. And you trade them both Stefanski and Dylan Gabriel. So he can do it somewhere else.
What are you going to get, an 8th round draft pick?
I don't care.
Just stockpiling 5th round draft picks.
Addition by subtraction, man.
That 5th round is going to be awfully long when it's just the Browns picking over and over.
It's true. Why tank if you can't draft a quarterback? These are all things that are timely comments and are valid.
Yep. Good point.
Why the hell would they freaking build a defense that they have knowing that their offense sucks?
Why would they build a really Taj Mahal of an indoor facility when no one's going to go to the game?
And no one can afford to go to them.
Oh, absolutely.
Well, in their eyes, it's more than the games. They want other events there.
Yeah.
Well, I guess that's the other thing. And just like the time when the guy was trying to sell me season tickets, which I said before, and his big selling point was, well, we have the Cowboys and the 49ers, or the Cowboys and the Eagles coming in, and you can sell your tickets for those to pay for the rest of the season. And I'm like,
yeah,
wait a minute. The selling point is I can sell them. Why don't you just sell the tickets?
I don't have to. Yeah.
Isn't that your job?
Yeah. But hey, you can always sell your tickets and get about a third less than what they're worth.
It's like just wait
sell them on the side of the road in the trench coat.
late November, December games. Let's see.
Hey, we should do a lemonade stand and sell Browns tickets, and then some car drives by and splashes mud all over us.
Let's see what SeatGeek has the Browns ticket score going for during those late November, early December games at home. The 500 section is going to be like, yeah, just we'll let you in the game and give you a free hot dog and a beer, and we'll pay you.
Yeah, I think Jimmy Haslam will be stupid enough to come to our lemonade stand and buy 2 Browns tickets.
But you know what tone deaf is? Tone deaf is hiring an assistant, a consultant like Vrabel, and not realizing that the guy knows your organization is a clown show, and that he had absolutely no respect for the organization. They're totally tone deaf. They don't know. Yeah, that's right, Oliver. I mean, that's what Kevin Stefanski would tell you. Well, you know, if the sky were yellow, it would all be different. If we were playing these games on Venus and not on Earth, you'd have to take gravity and climate into consideration. That could change everything.
Wow.
Well, yeah, the moon's got like a quarter of gravity of the Earth. So imagine how far Dylan Gabriel can throw a ball on the moon.
If we could just move all of our home games to the moon.
Now, Mutt Snip, I can answer this question too. Why was Stefanski calling a timeout with 3 seconds left in the third? Because the play clock was down to 2, and Dylan Gabriel wasn't paying attention, and it would have been a penalty. And so they had to use up one of their 3 timeouts with 3 seconds left in the third quarter.
And it really didn't matter anyway.
It didn't matter.
I think that's the key. And they also knew that they weren't going to need it at the end of the game.
But he didn't want to give the impression that his favorite guy was just croaking out there. He was falling apart. That he couldn't manage and process everything in front of him, and he was just falling apart. Yeah. So he spared him with the timeout, and of course, it did no good. Yeah.
So election day is the trade deadline, if I'm not mistaken.
Really?
So yeah, so we got a week and a couple of days here. So clearly this team is not going to be buyers at the trade deadline. I mean, we're not going anywhere with 2 wins. Who would be somebody would be? They're not going to get rid of the rookies. So I mean,
Njoku will be traded.
Yeah, that's probably the biggest thing.
Probably the only guy. I mean,
yeah. I mean,
Who wants to
NFL
bring this stuff into their
doesn't-
organization? Who wants to bring it there?
I would say the NFL doesn't trade the same way that other sports do so much. You know, there's not a whole lot of big trades like that. There's trades for draft picks. There's trades, whatever, a lot of stuff around the draft. Oh, just kill him. Thank God. I hate Dak Prescott.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. That was beautiful. Okay.
Uh,
Sorry, I squirreled out there watching the Broncos.
How about this?
Boys.
Football for Dummies, and they put the Browns logo on the front cover.
Yeah. Now, Jay Morgan, yeah, Vrabel's done a great job. The point was that I was making is that the Browns didn't seem to realize that Vrabel had no interest in the Browns organization whatsoever.
Mm-hmm.
And now we find out that he just pissed on Stefanski, and that's that. And anyway, if you were a consultant, nobody would listen to you. Kevin Stefanski won't listen to you. That's the whole thing. Let's see what else. I'm just looking for comments here at this point because I mean I can't keep repeating the same shit over and over.
Well, you know, there is an event that the Browns could host in the new stadium. That's the Ringley Brothers, a 3-ring circus. They can always do that. The Browns are definitely going to be there to perform.
And here's Aziz Abe. All right, Aziz, this is your moment in the sun. Actually, Dylan Gabriel's real name, he's Arabic. Ajit Badrours. Just saying.
Yeah.
I wish they would.
If anyone
funny.
thinks that there's a market for Shedeur Sanders, there's a reason why 32 teams passed on him
Absolutely.
through 4.5 rounds.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's something going on there.
And he probably would have. And he probably would have gone undrafted.
Yeah,
I think
that's
it's
a beautiful.
Really, it's probably not much about his play. It's just they don't want to deal with everything that follows him.
Yeah, they don't want to deal with the
That's what I
drama
think.
and all the off-field bullshit, you know. And then his dad also meddling and interfering too, you know. Doesn't help.
Have we really heard anything from Dion since the first few weeks?
No, just know, no, not really. The thing now on Dion, which is really strange, is that the University of Colorado, now that they're losing, okay, now did they lose yesterday again?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I believe so.
So what? They're 3-5,
like 40 to
now?
nothing too.
Yeah.
I think they got fucking destroyed.
Yeah. And so now they're saying you got to stop bringing all this religious attention to the university. And I saw Wiley Fox here in the chat room. And yeah, the university is condemning Deion Sanders and telling him to stop with the religious talk. All right. But, you know, the bottom line is I knew this would fire Wiley Fox up. Yeah, both he and Shedeur talk a lot about God. And, but I don't think it's God's will is not in football games. And whether you succeed as a football player or a football coach, I tend to think that that's more of a life decision that you make. And I think Deion's trying desperately to draw attention to something else because it looks like his stay at Colorado was Travis Hunter, who's done nothing for the Jaguars whatsoever.
Right.
For a guy who was already claimed to be, what was the word they used?
Generational.
Generational. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And that hasn't happened. And
well, it took him. It took until last week to have his first 100-yard game.
True.
But keep in mind, he was also drafted by a terrible team. And you know, I mean, we can say all we want to, and whoever the Browns could get 3 first-round draft picks. See, they have 2, but they could have 3 first-round draft picks, and they still might not do anything because we're a terrible team on the offensive side of the ball. And you know, defensively, they're right there. They got a good team. But talking about the religious thing, the national champions, the players from the Ohio State team, they were like all about Jesus last year. They brought in shirts that said stuff about Jesus. They were all in on Jesus last year. So, but they did that themselves.
Yeah, I'm putting Aziz's comment up because, mea culpa. I never said I was smart. Okay. Never said that. I'm not culturally knowledgeable. Never said that. But I know a guy who can never be a quarterback in the NFL. That much I do know.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Wiley Fox is right. If things were going better at Colorado, they wouldn't care if he started talking about loose bowel movements to the press that he was suffering from. Winning is winning. And right now in college football, there is no tolerance for losing. And it really is fire crazy in college football.
Yeah.
It is like all about recruiting and immediate results. And, the teams I saw that Cincinnati was number 21 in the country. The teams that are in the bottom part of the number 13 and number 20 bounce around. But there are other schools that are smaller schools that are probably better than them, but they won't get any attention, you see.
Yeah.
It's all about this.
There's teams with 2-3 losses that are ranked higher than undefeated teams. Like crazy. They'll say, well, strength of schedule. I'm like, so they have to lose 10 games to move down?
There's only a few undefeated teams left. There's only 5 undefeated teams left with Ohio State, Indiana, Texas A&M, Georgia Tech, and BYU, I think. I don't think anybody else is undefeated. So, but a great example of that is Indiana, who brought in their coach Signetti, who brought all those guys with them from James Madison and basically turned the team around in a season and has continued to bring people in. Vanderbilt, who hasn't had a winning program since before you and I were born, all of a sudden has a winning program. It's just, touchdown Broncos. There you go, Bronc.
And somebody was asking where the Browns pick. I'm not sure what the question is. What number did the Browns pick in the draft? Number 8.
Their nose.
And he's a midget. All right. I don't know exactly which mean this coming season. The record will determine that. As far as where they drafted, I don't know, because they got the wrong guy every time.
Yeah.
And everybody knows that, yes, I think it should be Sanders' opportunity, but something tells me that there's just something amiss here. Either something amiss with Shedeur himself or something really amiss in the Browns organization. And I can't say which one it is.
I'm going to guess it's a Shedeur Mary Kay sex tape out there.
Oh, shit. Maybe Shedeur Sanders is in gambling debt with the mafia and the bet.
I may have to go throw up.
Well, the thing was, Mary Kay, let's just say that nobody came.
Yeah.
Because Shedeur wouldn't show up for such a thing. I mean, why? Thank you.
They're all going to laugh at you.
We are the Lollipop Guild. The Lollipop Guild.
I really miss Big Lurker UK. I'm not getting any feedback from the presser.
Well, like I said, we had the time change, so it's that special time of year.
Yeah, we're getting the time change right around the corner, so we'll catch up to you. Yeah, he would show up, wouldn't he? And then everyone else going, and run out of the room. That's the only
Terry
guy
Pluto would be watching.
That's the only guy I can think of who would go to the villages up in Ocala, Florida, which all the retaillees are there.
I know somebody lives there.
Do you know that they actually have loofahs? You know what a loofah is?
Oh, yeah.
They have loofahs they put on their little golf carts. And if they're a certain color, it means that they're up for swinging.
Wow.
I mean, you should know. I'm letting Steven know about this because he might be interested. But, a bunch of people who are over 70 years old, and they're swingers up there. But Tony Grossi is the only guy I can think of that would empty the human pyramid in one of those, orgies. Second he'd show up, everyone's out of there. It doesn't matter how much of a hobbyist they were. He would show up, and that would be the end of it. The end. Wow. Oh, man.
Miles Garrett says, I see a young quarterback that's fighting to get better. We all need to band together to dig out of this hole.
I mean, he had time. Either he had time to think about it, or somebody held a gun to his head. Yeah. And I think there's a lot of people who would agree with you, Oliver, that maybe we can't change anything, so maybe we should just leave.
Just embrace it or leave. Yeah.
Just leave. Because I'm really considering, if he just stays with Dylan Gabriel, I'm just going to walk away. I got better things to do. I have a Cavs season, and I can just change this into Cavs season shows. Yeah. I don't have to do this.
I'm totally agreeing with the Cavs season thing.
Because at least there's something to talk about there. There's talent in necessary places, and it's hard in the NBA just like it's hard in the NFL. And the Cavaliers almost blew their last game for no good reason against a Nets team that was down by 25. Until the Cavaliers learn how to go against pressure and full court pressure, they're not going to be a good team. They need and also being down 3 guys like they are. Any word, by the way, on DeAndre Hunter? Is he still down for tonight?
I have no idea.
They need him because what they're doing is they're substituting. Kenny is substituting left and right, and I'm not exactly sure. All the men he's using, and he's got Jalen Tyson, he's got Proctor, he's got CPJ, he's got Dean Wade, he's got Larry Nance Jr. I've just named 5 who are getting regular rotational minutes, and nobody's on the floor long enough. And then I realized, well, geez. I mean, DeAndre Hunter is a goddamn sure 18 points a night, and he's gone. Darius Garland is a guaranteed 23 points a game, and he's not on the floor.
Showing is questionable.
Wow.
Sounds like he's playing, from what I can tell.
And it says, of course,
hey, Mr. Moo, I know this is off topic. You probably talked about this on your previous show. How do you think the NBA scandal is going to impact the NBA season? Because I know October 31st, I think the commissioner is set to give some sort of briefing, or the Congress is going to force him to talk. Do you think they're going to try to brush this under the rug as an isolated incident, or do you think this is going to kind of blow the veil off the cap and expose? Do you think this is going to put a stamp on the NBA, like a damper, like a?
No, I think that they will find a way to turn the blame onto people who will take the fall for this, and they'll be paid under the table or whatever, and they will take a fall. And it's again, a sickness in culture. I hate to say this, but the whole culture that we're living in has become really sick. I'm trying desperately to keep promoting this program, and I can't stand being on X. I can't stand it because I'm looking for a few morsels of people who are speaking intelligently about sports, and it doesn't matter how many people I ban who are extremists from the right and the left, and I'm just banning them. I'm saying done, and every one that I block, 20 more show up. You can't get away from it. It's poison. And both sides are absolute poison.
Yeah.
The ultra leftists, the Christian nationalists, they're fucking crazy. And I'm just trying to do a sports show. But, there's a lot of reasons to just kind of walk away. And the Browns are giving us the best reason is that there's no satisfaction in watching this. It's not like you can get, it's not even like when Nick Chubb would have an amazing play. How can there be an amazing play when your quarterback is a shot putter? It's just crazy.
I just hate how everything's turned so corporate now. Like if you look on the NBA jerseys, like it's Chime or it's this or it's that, and the court will show the, whatever the advertisements are, and it's just like I feel like when I'm watching sports. I feel like they're like trying to force you to buy stuff now. You know, if that makes
You mean
sense.
like
Same
the-
thing like in wrestling. They do the same thing on WWE.
They're
They got
hammering
like the
gambling.
brand names at the
like
middle
like
of the
the
ring. It's
FanDuel
like,
Sports Network.
Yeah.
Uh,
I mean, it's just ramming down people's throats. I mean, why would I care what Terry Bradshaw thinks the parlay of the week is? I mean, that guy is brain dead. The guy is literally, I mean, he I don't know if you watched the pregame show today. That son of a bitch was incomplete sentences, and the people on the panel were looking at him like there's something wrong with this guy.
yeah.
Aziz, you're absolutely right. Here's my definition of a lost culture: when you would rather have artificial intelligence than intelligence. That's it.
There you go.
we have a Whopper.
I mean, even on YouTube, it's the same thing. It's like it used to be 1 or 2 ads a video, maybe 3 or 4 tops. Now it's like every 5 minutes I'm fighting through ads and sponsors, and
Yep.
it's just like I can't even watch, like if I want to watch a movie or something on YouTube as downtime, I feel like I have to go through like 30 ads to complete the video, and each ad is about 2 minutes long.
And a question: do you think they're playing Gabriel to justify it being drafted in the 3rd round? The fact is, nobody had him in the 3rd round. They were all the teams who had him on their board were 4th and 5th round. The Browns were the only team, and justify him being drafted. What it does is it justifies you thinking, me thinking, and all of us thinking that the Browns organization is totally inept. They don't do their homework. They don't know even what they're looking at. They're as blank as Dylan Gabriel is looking into the defensive alignment, just blotto. And that's a big problem.
Yeah, we got Stefanski made a Whopper in the post-game presser.
Oh, let's hear it.
He said, "We'll take the bye week. We'll look at everything. That's important that we look at everything. And I promise you, we'll be a better football team coming out of the bye week."
I guarantee it. Like Men's Warehouse.
Yeah.
You're gonna like the way you look. I guarantee
everybody. Yeah, everybody. I mean, it's like I guarantee everybody. I mean, it's like you look people right through in the camera and you say, "I'm raising Canada's tariffs 10% because they came up with a Ronald Reagan video where he was against tariffs, and tariffs work. Believe me." I don't know. You got people saying things that are just, it's like, hello. But it's like, it's me saying it, so you have to believe it. And that's the whole thing about indoctrination, the whole thing about what we're seeing on social media and this bombardment of messages from the left and the right is to get you confused, is what the point of it is. But it's like, believe you me, you need a car, and I'm the guy who's going to sell it to you. And they're just selling whatever the hell there is. And you know,
it's like it's like if you were invited to a wedding, you go to a Men's Warehouse, and they hand you a Browns jersey, and they're like, "You're gonna like the way you look." You look. I guarantee it.
Well, it's more than that. You've got people, and I can't make it stop on the timeline. It's like I purposely never, was subscribed to Charlie Kirk's podcast because I don't want to hear that shit. And it doesn't matter because now there are 50 Charlie Kirks who have taken his place because everybody wants to be the guy who gets $100 million donated for their show. All right. It's indoctrination. And from the left, it's the same thing. There are guys who are putting up these videos every 10 minutes. And I keep blocking them and they keep coming back.
Yeah.
You thought Jesus was resurrected. These guys are resurrected more frequently than Christ himself.
And everything's become so corporatized now. It's just crazy. They're like forcing you to buy stuff. Like every time you want to watch something.
I just, and then between that and we have to have 2 Super Bowl halftime shows, one for the one group of political people and one for the other. And you got Bad Bunny for the left, and you got God only knows who they're going to try to come up with on the right. And, you'll have a bunch of Latinos and blacks over here, and you'll have a bunch of white people, Christian nationalists with really neat hair. And that's what you're going to get. everything is divided for the wrong reasons, man.
No,
Watch
no.
the football game. The Super Bowl's a football game. If you're watching for halftime entertainment, it's never any good. Damn.
That's why I don't understand when they said they were going to have like the Charlie Kirk halftime show. I'm like, why? This has nothing to do with football. Like
Prince was definitely good. I'll give you that.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, every so often there's somebody, but for every Prince, there's like a Rolling Stones.
People.
Yeah, Mick Jagger. Hey, you got me out. I smoked too many cigarettes. You know, it's like
people were on there twice. So
why don't they just put Meghan Trainor out there?
there you go. She has that great commercial for Allstate.
Yeah, and she still can't dance even when she's trying to dance in a commercial. I think she's tub of lard is what I think she is. And that's a good question. Conway Twitty never did get a Super Bowl halftime. There's a lot of people who never did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Moo, let me ask you this about the NBA scandal. If it's true that Chauncey Billups and, you know, and the other guys that got arrested, you know, were blowing games for $200,000, but their contracts were a lot larger, why would they get involved in something like that?
Why would Ortiz and Clase do that?
I mean, but they're if their contracts are 50,000 times greater than the sum of 200,000, why would they even care to get involved in that?
Let me ask you this. If you were Joe Biden,
okay,
and you were in the throes of Alzheimer's disease, why would you insist on running again? And the answer is, it's Johnny Manziel again. You don't know how much money there is in this shit for people. You just have no idea. And the bottom line is that if you're a greedy little hog, you're going to be, I mean, and it was really a letdown to see Chauncey Billups in this group because the Cavaliers interviewed him in 2017 to be the general manager of the team. If you remember.
I like Chauncey Billups. Yeah.
I mean, I think a lot of people did. But the fact is, you know, if you can get a little under the table, you know, nobody's going to know. And he's playing with dirty people. Mafia people exposed him in a heartbeat.
So what's messed up about this whole thing is allegedly from what I was reading is people would come in to gamble at these I don't know if it was a game room or wherever it is. These NBA players were part of it, and they were rigging the poker games to where the people who were coming in to gamble would lose and they would rack up all the money. Sure. And that's messed up because I was just playing poker the other day and I'm not gonna lie, I won $6,000, but I'm just saying that's kind of messed up. Like that they would set up something like this, like to where it's rigged that you're gonna lose to steal money. You know, and in that case, I hope he does go to prison.
You got to figure that the only reason the mob is in anything is to win. I mean, that's obvious. It's obvious that every gaming site is in it for the same reasons. And inside information is the same thing as in the stock market. The people who play the insider trading game are the billionaires. That's why they're billionaires. You understand?
That's why Jimmy Haslam's where he's at.
Yeah, you don't get these inflated values for companies without people really, you know,
manipulating the numbers behind the scenes. I know, and yeah.
I mean, that's just the world we're living in. So, and the Chauncey Billups thing, I guess that's the saddest part of it, is that maybe people have gotten to the point where they know that they got to get their little bit, no matter how dishonest it is. And no matter how amoral it is, you got to be Marjorie Taylor Greene or you got to be AOC, and you got to sit there and and then under the table keep taking all the fucking money because you're being paid by the hand of the devil, for Christ's sake.
Same with Trump.
That's true with all of them.
Yeah.
You know, it's always been about money for Donald. That's what it is. He invented a university that didn't exist.
Well, really, he wouldn't be shit if it wasn't for his father. Let's just be honest. His dad was really
he got a good handout. Good handout.
He inherited his dad's money from the Trump Towers. Let's just be honest, you know.
Well, that $100 million that Trump got when he was a young man, and you put that into all the insider trading stuff, you can't lose with $100 million with inside information. But you see, the problem is the guys like Chauncey Billups, they say, well, I'll do it once. But once they got you in, they sucked you in, and that's it. And the mob, nobody's going to fuck with the mob, because if you do, they'll kill you.
Oh, absolutely. They'll break your damn legs.
And the bottom line is Chauncey Billups says, oh, God, I made a mistake, and it doesn't matter. They just immediately gave his name to the press.
That, or you'll end up with a coaching job in Cleveland,
Yeah. Yeah. I just that's absolutely true. He did. Woody Guthrie did write a song about Donald Trump's father.
But isn't it crazy
Fred
to know
Trump,
that Rozier was allegedly like it was showing video footage of him pretending allegedly he was pretending his foot was hurt, so he'd be taken out of the game. It just makes you wonder how many other players are doing this, and if so, and if more names come out and this gets really big, this can affect the integrity of sports. Well, I mean, preferably the NBA, but this could trickle down to other sports as well.
Well, I mean, did you see what the Ravens did? I mean, they won today, but what they did, they said, our quarterback is out.
Yeah.
All right. First, he played on Saturday, full practice. And the very next day, they said, he's out with no explanation whatsoever. And then all of a sudden, they had to explain themselves, and they came up with some tacky explanation. But you know how that changed the betting landscape on that game?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
To find out that Lamar wasn't going to play?
It changed the whole atmosphere of it. And, I mean, even though the Ravens did end up winning, but still, it does change the atmosphere on the betting odds, because now everyone's going to bet on the Bears. And then Huntley comes in and just, does his thing,
Yeah, it to me is none of it is believable. There's no warm feeling in my heart anymore for sports, and now college sports has been ruined by what started out as, and I was one of the people who said, with everything that you look at the Ohio State University and how much money there was before all of this stuff went down, and now it's like it's quadrupled. And how could you sit and watch this and the players not get compensated? That was the point of the whole thing to begin with. But it's the same story. They give the athletes, a select few, a little bit of this so they can get the whole war chest. And they might as well call college football the Big 12, because there's only 12 teams that matter, and there will only ever be 12 teams that matter. There ain't going to be no Goliaths, or it should be Davids against Goliaths. Not anymore. It can't happen. They won't
it's
let
always
it happen.
The same 15 schools that are always ranked at the top every year. I mean, even Texas, and I'm a big Longhorns fan, they ranked us one this year. I'm like, why are we ranked one? This doesn't make any sense. Ohio State just won the national championship or the college playoff. How are they not number one? This doesn't make any sense.
Ohio State was not number one, Stephen, because 14 people went to the NFL off of that team.
Understand? Well, we had
regardless of what they had coming back, and then the overhype of Arch Manning was a part.
Well,
of it.
I think in fairness, Texas over the last 10 years has been given higher ranks than they actually deserve.
Well, I mean, look, and Arch Manning is a good example. If you hype, you hype, you hype, and they get us believing things. I mean, maybe the guy in Jacksonville, maybe Travis Hunter is generational, or he may be a generational flop. I have no idea. But you get enough people saying it. I mean, I never saw Arch Manning play. Not in my life, but I made sure that first week I saw him play. And it was like, this doesn't even pass the eye test. Well, it was his first game and he was nervous. Well, look what's happened since. The guy blows. He's not any good. He panics when there's a pass rush on him and he eats the ball. He's not accurate. I don't know what the deal is.
And he didn't really play at the level that some of these other guys do, the ones that go to IHG or whatever, and go play at that higher level. I mean, things can be said about that. You were the highest division in Iowa versus whatever you were the second to highest division in Florida or Texas or Ohio or something like that. There's a huge difference between those divisions, regardless of what it was. And the schools that he played at weren't that big and didn't play that great a talent.
I don't understand why people thought that Imani Bates would ever amount to anything. It's like his collegiate career was like a stock that was losing its value. He ends up at Eastern Michigan, for God's sakes, which is one of the schools, by the way, that's really focused in the damn gambling disputes in college sports. Mm-hmm. EMU is right at the top, and they're refusing to comment on it. So you don't want to know. But a guy like Imani Bates, now he's not even considered as having a chance to make it in the NBA. He's going to have to be either an overseas player or whatever. But all the hype that they give people leads people to think one way, but it's all designed. It's like people are going to put their money on Texas, And the house is saying, woohoo, we got him to do it. Arch Manning sucks. And people believe the shit. They believe the AI videos they see on social media. They believe whatever they keep hearing over and over again.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter how wrong either side is repeatedly, it doesn't matter. The right will never agree with anything the left says, and the left will never agree with anything the right says, and they're both wrong. Absolutely wrong. And I wish they would all just perish. I really do. Let's get this thing back where we care about what happens to the country economically and not what's in the best interest for a few select wealthy billionaire people who have taken over the international markets of things. It was funny. I got to end this show because I got to get ready I got to cook a dinner, got to feed my dog, and I got to watch the Cavaliers. Hopefully I'll find a good stream of the Cavaliers, and we'll see if that happens. And in the time I said that, I forgot what I was going to say.
There's always Monday, Moo.
Maybe I'll remember what it was. I'm not what I used to be. And I don't even know what I used to be. But at any rate, I was going to say something, but it just split out of my mind. So I got to get moving. And everybody, thanks a lot for tuning in. I do appreciate it. And it is what it is with the Browns. But if they put the Dylan Gabriel back on the field again, I may watch a half of football, but you may be seeing me do what I did during Hugh Jackson's period and just say, I'm done this year.
Yeah, I mean,
right.
No one will blame you.
I mean, it gets to be the point that
I mean, we got better things to do, man. I got stuff done during this game, so I saw about maybe an hour of it at the most.
Yeah. So everybody, have yourself what's left of your Sunday. Enjoy your week. I'll be back again tomorrow with
a Cavs post-game show,
the hangover show for the Browns and whatever happened to the Cavs show on Monday tomorrow. And I'm going to get over and start my dinner. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. And sorry, Browns fans, but what it is what it is. Good night, everybody. Hasta la vista, Pastor Head. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.